I'm okay. I'm just tired.
Let's see. Let's see if we going live. YouTube. I have to admit, I am very proud of this thumbnail. I love the background with it, and so I love,
It's
even though
really
it's
cute.
taking a second to go live, I'm like, that's okay. I love this thumbnail. Hey, and we're live. Oh, this is always so cute when I see the comments pop up. Oh my goodness. Oh, hi everybody. Oh, Cooking with Cozy, Sonia, Marta. You guys are already here. You guys are right on time. And oh, and I just saw the comment. Where did it go? You just finished reading at 6:55. That is amazing. Where did it go? Just under the wire. I love it. Hey, but that means you're ready to talk about it and it's fresh in your mind. Because tonight, let's see, I have the images again. So we have, well, we also have video, so we can do the little introductory. So welcome to the live stream, the official video, which it feels very cool. Okay, and now it just wants to keep going. Of course, that would happen. Thank you, StreamYard. So tonight's live stream is on Borrow Crime by Kate Young, our April book of the month. And so, Christine, this is a second time around reading it for her. Mary, this is your first time, right?
Yeah, it is.
And you seem to have enjoyed the book. You said you liked it.
It was a 5-star for me.
Hey, that's awesome. That makes me so happy. Go ahead.
I was in a reading slump before I read this, so I was glad that I had such a good time reading it.
I was really surprised by this book. I thought it was going to be another fun-hearted, like a fun, lighthearted, oh, we have all the puns, and I was like, nope, I had to go pull this from my bookcase. I was like, this had the Agatha Christie vibes to the core, and I was there for that. I was not expecting it, but I was really happy with the Agatha Christie references and everything else.
And I love
parts about the book.
Sorry.
What were you saying, Christine?
I said that was one of my favorite parts about the book was the Agatha Christie references.
And what were you saying, Maria?
I love the true crime element in it because the dumping grounds is actually a real thing. I had to go look it up when I read that part.
I have to admit, I think it's something really funny about moms in cozy mysteries or moms in mystery novels when they're telling their kids, oh, why do you talk about death? Why are you reading about murder? And like you're sitting there as the reader reading a book about murder and there's a character, oh, why are you reading about murder? And you're going, well, I'm sitting here too, so I know why your daughter likes reading about murders. I get it. There's always the mom who doesn't want the daughter to be reading about murders.
Well, I got my love for mysteries from my mom, so.
Oh, that's so sweet. I definitely fell into the Hallmark movie channel and just stayed there. I remember so this is just like a little backstory moment, but I remember I was really, really sick, like 101-degree fever, and I didn't go to my prom at all. And I wasn't really planning on going anyway, but I had a dress and I was thinking, oh, maybe I will go. I had the ticket. And then, the day before I got really, really sick watching Hallmark movies and mysteries for like 3 days straight. And I was as happy as a clam. It didn't matter. I was sick. It didn't matter. I missed the big event. I had Hallmark and I had Mystery Woman and McBride to keep me company. And so just stayed with them ever since,
They just showed McBride last weekend.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. John Larroquette. Classic. Oh my gosh, everyone's commenting. It's so hard to keep up with everybody. Oh, okay, you guys are agreeing. It got dark. Yep. I didn't really mind it though. So I'm kind of curious if the darkness was a deterring factor if you didn't mind it, because again, I kind of went with it because of the Agatha Christie vibes, but if you are looking for a lighthearted cozy mystery, kind of wasn't this book.
I think that's what I like about it. It was a bit more suspenseful.
Yeah, that's what I tend to like, a darker cozy, so this was right up my alley with that.
Okay, so I was going to say, yeah, this one wasn't so much pun-filled, but I also thought it was interesting because we had a few swears in there, and I was going, did she just swear? Oh my gosh. And then they swore again, and I'm going, did the editor not catch this? What's going on? But I mean, it's totally fine. It was just funny because I'm not used to seeing swears in cozies. Granted, there weren't any F-bombs, but still.
Well,
hey, converting. I just saw this one. We're converting people to cozy mysteries. You just got into cozies. Yes. I'm sorry, what were you going to say, Mary? I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I was kind of surprised that they all but talked about the body.
Mm-hmm.
They talked about how it was placed in the suitcase.
Yeah, I was surprised about that because a lot of times we have poison, which again is not very bloody. Or if we do have the knife, it's a single knife wound. You know, there's not a bunch of different stab wounds. And to have the police officer, not the main, you know, detective love interest we got, but his sidekick over there, who I was not a huge fan of, you know, threateningly, menacingly tell her, oh yeah, you had to break the bones to fit her in the suitcase. I'm going, whoa, that is too much information, buddy. That is not usually cozy mystery realm. But I mean, it didn't detract from the reading experience. It was just different because, again, most of the time it's off the page, or you're trying to solve a mystery that's already happened. So it was different, but not in a bad way. Okay, people are liking the gritty. So so again, you guys both liked the book. What did you like about it?
I liked the aspect of like them solving the crime and how it was very Agatha Christie, and that was like one of my main points of the book.
I think one of the things that I really liked was, like I said, the true crime element of it. Like some of it was based in the truth, because it did make me want to go look up, what is this really a thing that's happening in Georgia?
Oh, this is an interesting comment about the battling the Southern stereotypes. I definitely read the word y'all quite a bit. I will I will say that caught my attention after a certain point. Okay, people didn't seem to mind that it was a little darker. I almost think maybe the book cover, where did my little images go? I think that might have set us up for it in a way too, because I think I mentioned off camera that we didn't have our cozy companion. We didn't have anything, you know, fun on the book, like not fun, but like anything, you know, funky or super ridiculously colorful that's bright and one of those sort of alluring. So I think maybe the book cover also kind of sets the tone where it does have more blues and grays in the coloring than typical. And I just realized, as I'm pulling up my graphics, I was so happy to see your beautiful faces. I didn't do the official introductions. So we have a returning guest hostess, Christine, and I have her Twitter and Instagram handle right there for you. And I love that you have your little puppy on your lap. So cute. And then we have a brand new hostess who has been a huge supporter of the Cozy Mystery Book Club for such a long time, the lovely Mary Baza. And so I have her Instagram and Twitter handles right there for you. So please, if you're not already following these lovely ladies, please do so. Check out their accounts because they talk a lot about cozy mysteries and they're awesome. So I wanted to make sure I gave you guys the shout out. I made the images. I looked up your information. I wanted to make sure I actually included it because I remember there was one time I made this beautiful image for a giveaway, totally forgot to post it. So I wanted to make sure you guys got your dues because you are taking time to celebrate cozy mysteries tonight, and people should know who you are and where they can find you.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, people. Okay, so people are saying it didn't feel cozy. Yeah, so I'm going to say, I think I agree with Renee's comment. This book felt like a modern day Agatha Christie to me. And this is my little analytical interpretation. So I always think we have Christie, and then I think we have books in the late 80s, 90s, which are sort of transition cozies where they start to get more punny. And then we have the fun-filled cozies of today. And so I think that this one is almost like a throwback to the Agatha Christie 90s, you know, kind of hybrid one. And it definitely gave me Aurora Teagarden vibes. I was getting a lot of Aurora Teagarden vibes. So I was curious if you guys have read Aurora or anyone in the comments kind of got that too.
I've never read Aurora. I've only watched the movies.
Okay, because to me it's kind of funny because Aurora, she has the mother who, I don't want to go with the word overbearing, but is not approved. She does not approve of her daughter being in a real murders that's the name of her book club, the Real Murders Club, where they talk about real murders and the true crimes. They try and solve them. So her mother's not a fan of that. And then we have the Jane Doe Book Club, where another mother is not a fan of the daughter talking about the crimes and things of bloody nature. So I just kind of thought it was similar. Oh, neither of the mothers approve of their daughter's hobbies. So I just thought that was kind of interesting, like that little overlap.
I can see that though. Now that you've mentioned it, even in the movies, they kind of have that similar vibe.
Okay, yeah, so okay. Oh, definitely. I just saw this comment. The Aurora Teagarden books are definitely darker than in the movies. I don't think they could get away with some of the stuff in the books with Hallmark Movie Channel. Aurora gets
It went dark the last movie though.
That was a little darker, I will admit. Maybe that like COVID got to them a little bit. Maybe that's because it was, a little bit post. Okay, so people are seeing the Aurora parallel. That makes me happy. It's not just in my head. And okay, you will go with overbearing. I think in the movies at one point, the mother has keys to Aurora's house, and I'm going, did she give you the keys? Where did these keys come from? So okay, I'll take the Aurora reference. I'm glad you guys agree. Oh yes, okay, so this was one of my favorite characters too. We have to talk about the grandmother because I got the biggest kick out of her in this book. So I'm curious if you guys liked her, if you had other characters that you just loved in this one, because I think she might have been my favorite. I agree with Alicia. The grandmother was awesome.
Yeah, I think the grandmother was my favorite too.
The grandma was definitely awesome. I loved how she always mentioned her dating life.
She was so cute. And then at one point, again, it was this is a little off kilter for Cozy Mystery. She's like, he couldn't handle me in the bedroom, and I'm going, did she just say what I think she said? And it wasn't the because she's the father's mother, so the father's side of the family. So the mother and her brother, the aunt, the uncle for our leading lady there. The uncle is like, I'm out of here now. When he starts hearing her talk about that, I thought that was so funny because I had to do the family tree in my head going, is she his mother or not? Oh yeah, I think the grandmother could have been the Watson to her Sherlock in a way.
I loved Mel. Mel was another favorite of mine.
Oh, she was so cute. I was worried about her though when they brought her in for. You gotta love it. Like there's a reason for our sleuther to sleuth, but you have those moments of really you're gonna think this character is the killer. I did not really buy her as the killer material. She didn't really give me killer vibes. So. I mean, I want her protected. I don't know what's going to happen in books 2 or 3, but I really don't want her to be a victim. And I say that because, again, one of the things about this book that I kind of caught on to very quickly was the fact that the character who was killed was someone that was likable versus the villain or someone who deserved it in a weird justice-y sort of way. So I'm going, please don't kill Mel. Please don't do that Agatha Christie thing and do that to me.
Agatha Christie liked to kill all the good people that you liked.
Oh, absolutely. That's why I'm going, Kate Young, I know this is darker, but how dark are we going? Maybe Grandma, too. I kind of want to put Grandma in a protective bubble.
I think the sequel's a Halloween one, so hopefully it's not too dark.
Oh, okay. People are agreeing with me. Yes, I'm on the right track. Okay. Yeah, people, I thought that, yep. So you thought it was so crazy to be against a book club so much. Okay, yep. You're responding to the comment. You couldn't understand the big deal about reading about true crime. According to her parents, all of us should be committed. Yeah, I mean, I think maybe, so I know that this book is still relatively recent, so I can't really say it came out after the podcast phenomenon, but I think people listening to podcasts about true crime is increased. Then you have the TV show Murders in the Building, or what's it? Yeah, Only Murders in the Building.
Yeah, Only Murders in the Building.
So I think more people are getting on the murder train. So
because it became really popular during the pandemic and stuff, the true crime stuff.
Yeah, I didn't get why the mother was so against the book club.
Oh, Cooking with Cozies. You've read the second book, and it was not as dark as the first. I do have, again, I felt so proud of myself, all prepared. I have an image for book 2 and book 3 in the series. So we have, the first one is On Borrowed Crime, which is obviously our tonight's discussion. Then we have Reading Between the Crimes. And then the third book is coming out, oh my gosh. So you always have to click out of the comments, then post things, but I need to learn my order here. So then the expected one is coming, the third one's coming out October 11th. So if you guys are already reading, it looks like you can add that to your alert system, add it to your TBR, but it's not gonna be out for a little while. So there's a buddy read situation going on, we can plan in advance. Because you guys at least seem to have enjoyed the book. So it looks like buddy read situation might be an option. So I'm looking over at the poll, and most people gave it 4 stars. So that's a pretty high rating for a book. So I'm going to say it looks like most people have enjoyed it thus far. Oh, okay. This was one of my comments. So I fortunately have read this book, and I've also seen, I want to say I saw the most recent adaptation, and then there was one before that. So I know the story relatively well. And even then, I think if you don't know And Then There Were None, or even have seen an adaptation, it must have been hard to read this book because there were so many references to it. So I almost felt as if we needed to have this as an unofficial buddy read in conjunction with On Borrowed Crime. So I was kind of curious if you guys thought, like, you know, there should be a little asterisk of And Then There Were None should be on your TBR.
I never read And Then There Were None, and I never felt lost at all in the references and stuff.
I think she did a good job giving context. So yeah, I think you understood the rhyming scheme. I think you got the references, and again, the title, And Then There Were None. And, well, at the very end, you can guess what happens. Spoiler alert. When you start out with a certain number of characters, well, you dwindle along as it goes. So you can kind of see where she was going with that a little bit. That's what it was. I knew it was an older adaptation. So in 1960s, Agatha Christie, there's never going to be enough adaptations. So what did you guys think about the judge and the Carol going missing? Because he thought she was missing for 4 days. And then our leading lady sleuther saw her just a couple hours before he says she's been missing for 4 days. So I'm kind of curious what you guys thought about the relationship situation or the mystery behind Carol going missing. So did you guys like the suspense? What did you think about the judge? So I'm just going to throw it out there to you.
I didn't like him, but I didn't not like him. He was just okay to me as a character.
Yeah.
See, I was just very suspicious of him for some reason. I just came across as not someone to be trusted, at least at the beginning of the book.
I think it's just the relationship they had with one another that made him super suspicious.
Yeah, I felt like he was hugging her a little too long, and the wife had just died, and he's kind of acting a little flirtatious. And then we thought, you find out he's sitting there with the sister. And even though I finished the book, I'm going, is she really the sister? I don't know. And that kind of threw me for a little bit of a loop-de-loop. And he did seem to be moving on very, very quickly. So I think he was supposed to be a little bit of a red herring. And I wouldn't have put it past him to have done something. I know he didn't, obviously, but you know, he was not going to be off my list because it's always the husband, right?
But like in a lot of Agatha Christie like adaptations that I watched, there's always the like more sleazy character in the background that's not the killer.
He was the dirty old man. Yeah, he was weird. He kind of just had the vibes. Oh, I like this. He was despicable. I like the thumbs down emoji. Yeah, he kind of left you with those weird vibes. You're like, I know you didn't technically do anything wrong, but like you kind of did. Like, yeah, I don't think in the Me Too age he's gonna last long. I'm sorry?
I said he just gave off very weird vibes.
Yeah, I was just kind of curious because I had made a note of him because he wasn't found guilty of anything, but also maybe this is just me being me because I live in DC and, you know, lawyers and judges. I don't think this guy should be a judge. I don't think he has the right to give off verdicts about anyone's life. Just throwing that out there.
How did he become a judge in the first place?
I mean, like, how small is this town? Like, what is your pool of, you know, legal applicants there? Just throwing that out there. Okay, so I'm not the only person who thought he was a little cringy. Oh, yeah, because I did listen. So I read it, and then I obviously Malice was this weekend, and so then I was doing things and I listened to the audio. So I got my refresher, and listening to it, I think it hit me harder where I'm going, oh my gosh, maybe I kind of read faster. And then with the audio, you're listening to it at normal speed and you're going, hey, wait a second. No, that's really creepy. So yeah, there was just something about him. Rubbed me the wrong way. Okay, so I'm not the only person who thought the sister thing was weird. I'm still not convinced that was his sister. Oh, okay. So little bitty delays, who also has an amazing Instagram. If you are not following her on Instagram, you are missing out. She does these creations that are mind-blowing. So just throwing that out there. Shout out. How do we feel about the chief of police, the love interest? Do we like him as the love interest? Do we like him as a cop?
I didn't like him at all.
You didn't like the love interest?
I just think he didn't really support her in anything and what she wanted to do.
Yeah. What did you think?
See, I was on the fence with him. I couldn't decide if I liked him or didn't like him. Like, I liked the character. I don't know if I liked him as the love interest of it.
True. Yeah, okay. I like this. I totally get why they broke up. I think that's a good summation. I always like it when characters break up and they have a good reason for breaking up, and then there's a second chance love interest, and you're going, but it made sense for them not to be together the first time. Why are you doing this to me? And we almost have two other love interests for her. We have the chief, but then we also have the ex-boyfriend, Kevin, who moves in right next door because of course you do. And then you have this new special agent, Brad, who's looking into the missing Jane Does. So she seems to be a very wanted woman in the love interest department. I just saw this comment. This is funny. There's just a thumbs down. Yeah. Oh, and then Elle's right. Yeah. The men in the story were very creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you guys like the other love interests? And when I say other love interests, I use Kevin there very, very sparingly. I'm thinking more about the GBI special agent. So what did you guys think about him?
I liked him a bit more than Quinn was his name.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly thought Quinn was the killer for a while.
Yeah, I wouldn't have put that past him. Oh, okay. Yes, Michelle. He had that and she's a hysterical woman thing going. You're never going to be a good love interest for a female reading demographic if you call women hysterical. Your female readers are just going to, you're not going to last. I'm kind of leaning, it seems like you guys are sort of leaning to special agent, which is where I'm kind of going.
Yeah, that's okay. What my vote was too.
I like Jackie's comment because this isn't even a love triangle. It's like a parallelogram. Yeah, I'm hoping maybe Brad is going to be in book 2 and 3 and something will go on for them because he seemed to be the only one who's like, yeah, I'll tell you what's actually going on. I'll actually listen to you. I mean, if you actually... She's on the date or the dinner date with our chief of police, Quinn, there, and she hides and runs away. I mean, if that's your date where you're running away at the end, that was not a good date. And that was not someone you should be on a date with. If that's how your evening ends, ducking and hiding and running. Just saying.
Well, if you can't trust the person, then you should probably not be a love interest.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so people were not trusting the CBI guy right away. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, I mean, I like him, but I'm just saying this is one of those, out of the 3 options, I like him the most. But again, of the 3 options, it was not exactly super inspiring. I mean, it wasn't exactly like
none of the options were the best option.
Yes.
It seemed the more healthy one out of all 3.
Okay, I was gonna say we're picking up on something there. Yeah, all the men in the book had something going on there. Yeah, I think all of the love interests at one point I'm kind of going, are you the killer? Did you stuff this woman in the suitcase? It gave me there's a line in Killer Chardonnay by Kate Lansing there where the brother is at the dinner table and they're trying to figure out if one of the characters is the killer, and he says, well, we're trying to figure out if this guy murdered someone, so clearly we don't think he's the best guy for you. Like, it's true, if you're wondering if someone's a killer, maybe they're not the love interest. Okay, so it looks like people agree that it's like he's the best of the worst. Okay, so I'll let you say there more. You hope there are better choices in this series. I do too. Yeah, this competition level. Yeah, the competition, the race for a leading lady's heart, not very encouraging at the moment. But I'm gonna put that one aside. And then let's see. Oh yeah, we were talking about the grandmother before. But if there's something you guys, I'm actually going to take a moment to give a little hiatus, and I'm going to give Christine the power to randomly select a giveaway winner, because I had told them off camera that this was going to happen. So both of my guest hosts tonight are going to be in charge of choosing winners for giveaways, because I was not able to give away the previous giveaways. So Amanda Flowers, Put Out to Pasture. This book has been rolled over for 2 months now, so instead of trying to get in touch with the winner, we're going to choose it live right now. So, Christine, if you would like to randomly, you want to close your eyes and scroll or something and randomly choose a winner, someone will get this book.
Jessica Bates.
Jessica Bates, you are the proud owner of Put Out to Pasture by Amanda Flowers. So if you want to send me an email with your contact information, I will give it to Poison Pen Press and have that book sent out to you. So Jessica Bates, congratulations. Whatever the winning comment was. I'm trying to pull her up now if I can see the name. So essentially what ended up happening was I posted the winner for Put Out to Pasture for the first, again, I'm losing track of the months now. I think my COVID brain is kicking into play. So I put out the announcement. I tried for like weeks to get a hold of the winner, and I just couldn't get a hold of this person. And then last month, the winner, she lived in Sweden, and Poison Pen Press does not mail to Sweden. And so I ended up doing an Amazon gift card as a thank you. You know, you are a winner. I want to give you something because I don't want you to get gypped because of this situation, but they don't mail to Sweden. So we're rolling over the 6 books in the Seaside Cafe Mystery Series as well. So Mary's going to be choosing that winner probably in about 5 to 10 minutes. So please keep commenting, and then she will have the power to give that away. So Jessica, congratulations, and you have a new book to add to your to-be read list in your library. So congratulations. I don't even have that book. I'm excited for you. And Amanda Flower is awesome.
She's one of my favorites that I've read.
She had 8 books come out this year, or had 8 books come out last year. And when you have 8 books in a year, some authors don't write 8 books in their entire writing career.
I think she had a lot more. She has a lot coming out this year too.
I don't know what her life must be NaNoWriMo.
Well, Nora Roberts writes a lot in a year.
Nora Roberts is the goddess divine of just romance landia. I don't know how she does what she does. I remember reading an article saying she was on a cruise with her family and she was still writing 8 hours a day. I'm like, that's how you're the queen. You own 2 mountains. I'm like, that's how you do that. Anyway, yes, so we're gonna have random little inclusions. I was just looking to see like what else is going. I'm like the comments. You guys are so sweet. I'm so glad you guys could join us tonight and you're enjoying the live stream. I just saw someone comment about the uncle, and that was another character I was going to bring up because we have an uncle here who's a private investigator, and which gave me a little bit of Veronica Mars, maybe even little Maltese Falcon vibes.
Yeah.
So he's the private investigator and she's the receptionist. And then he just leaves her. And he's going, you shall be the private investigator now. All of the things. So what did you guys think about the uncle?
I
Go ahead, Mary.
I kind of want to know what went on in Guatemala.
That's a good question.
Yes, that too. I like that he left her in charge. Like, you're right, though. It did give me very much Veronica Mars vibes with that. No, I liked him, though. I would like to hopefully learn more about him in the next book.
Yeah. He wasn't really much in it. And I would have loved to know about his back history and stuff.
Then I just saw this one pop up. So you like how everyone in the book club wasn't super excited? Yeah, you got one character who's like, I got 2 kids. I'm busy. I'm not going to be doing this. And she also did the virtual joining at one point, and everyone else is meeting live. I'm going, I understand the virtual. Like, I get it. It was funny how like one character was like, no, I just want to read. I thought that was cute. Okay, we liked Calvin. Yeah, I also have questions about what happened with him and our leading lady's mother, because we don't find out what her history is, and I am super curious and also concerned.
Like, did they kill someone? That's what was my question the whole entire time. I was like, did they kill someone? Did they kill someone?
I mean, my mind was going, again, this was a darker book, so I think that lent itself to Lifetime and HBO and Stars. I'm going, what happened to these people? Like, I mean, my mind was going to some dark places, and I'm going, oh boy, I'm really worried about the mother. I'm like, please just be safe now. I don't know what happened to her, though. I am genuinely concerned and need more information on that. Okay, thank you. I like how the comment was exactly what I was saying. Yeah, we don't really know what he was doing, too. And the mother, we don't really know much about her, and because she doesn't have a job. Like they said, she didn't work, or she just wanted to be a mother and take care of her house. And so I don't really get a sense of who she was outside of being the mom.
Which, you know, I've known a lot of people like that in my life where, like, they don't know much about their mom other than them being their mother.
Oh, okay. You guys are talking about him in the comments. So each book involves an Agatha Christie, which is awesome. And then I just saw this one pop up. Cooking with My Cozies. You're answering all of our questions. I love how you're like the official authority on the series. So he has more character depth in book 2, which is nice to know. So in other words, we got to go pick up book 2 to get our questions answered. Yeah, the entire topic of her and her history is just, we don't know anything, which I think is a little bizarre, because I don't know if anybody else had those things when they're a kid, you had to go do your little chart of, I'm half Italian, I'm, a quarter this, and you'll be like, oh, what do your parents do for work? You have to do those little reports when you're in elementary school. So you would think that there would be some background information, but didn't really get any of it. I like this. Nothing wrong with Veronica Mars vibes. Very true. Yeah.
That was my show when I was younger, so.
You were a marshmallow?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want
to watch the movie when it was in theaters. So.
I saw that. I feel like I haven't been able to go down the Veronica Mars route for a while because I saw the Hulu TV show. And I'm not going to spoiler alert you guys, but I was really devastated at the end of the Hulu TV show.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, thank you. So that makes it really hard to be like, yeah, I'm going to go rewatch this, all the while knowing this thing is going to happen. So I got
spoiled before I watched the last episode, and I was like, nope, not going to watch it again. No.
Don't watch it. No. If you guys liked Veronica Mars as it was, do not watch the TV show, because you'll be left with feelings that you do not know what to do with. On my marshmallow, I feel like, again, they call people marshmallows, right? Marshmallows, if you're a fan. I feel like they took it and made a s'more with my marshmallow. Like they melted it and like ate it. I'm like, yeah, my s'more is really gotten burnt and hurt over here. Okay, so we do need to talk about the actual mystery and the big reveal. So did anyone predict, solve the case? Because I think I did a little bit, but I didn't really get the reference of about going back to check the deceased body to make sure, oh yes, we're taking photos as it decays. So that threw me off a little bit, but
that was just kind of creepy.
So did you solve it? Yes, no?
No. I thought it was the cousin.
So did
I would have loved it.
I did not like the cousin.
Yeah.
At all.
The cousin was annoying.
No, there's this ongoing theme, and this is not a comment about Kate Young or anything, but there seems to be this reoccurring character in cozies where it's this mean girl of sorts. There seems to be a mean girl character where you're like, I want you to be the victim, I want you to be the murderer, but she's never the killer or the murderer. Like, she's never the victim or the killer, and I'm like, why are you here? So I'm hoping maybe she comes down in future books, because she's gonna be she's on parole, she's doing her volunteer hours. Maybe her heart will melt a little bit and she won't be the wicked witch anymore. She'll be the kind witch. Oh boy. I love how everyone's commenting like, yeah, she was horrible. Yeah, she was truly terrible. Also, my question is, you're dating your cousin's ex-boyfriend, which first of all, right away is a little sketchy, right?
Yeah.
Then you decide to move in next door. What? What is wrong with you? You're a terrible, terrible person. I know you're fictional, but I hate you.
She's just probably jealous.
That was terrible. And then you got the guy, Kevin, when Lyla goes to visit him in prison, and he says, oh, I shouldn't have let her convince me to let you to move in right next to you. And he even says that because he's like, yeah, we could have lived in my apartment. We could have gone somewhere like 2 streets over. And he flat out says that the cousin did that. And that blows my mind. I mean, first of all, he's terrible for letting her bully him. But why would you do that to someone? Why would you intentionally be that terrible? Ugh. Man, I wouldn't have. If she's the victim in a future book, I am not going to complain.
It just was awful that she just decided to be like that.
I mean, yeah, there's something wrong with this woman. Yeah. The cousin was just all wrong. Oh, goodness. Okay, yeah, they were the bad guys. It's one of those, you weren't the killers, but you were still bad.
Yeah, you did awful things to her, even if you're not the killer.
Yeah, and then when she finally was the one with the gun, so I feel as if Kate Young was clever in this way, and she kind of tricked us thinking, oh, this is our killer, and oh, got ya. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So we have our moment where we think it is the cousin, and I would have totally bought that. I would have believed that in a second.
I thought it was the cousin up until pretty much the end of the book.
Yeah, me too. I was like, wow, she just made that a good twist at the end.
I was totally fine with that when the cousin's the one with the gun, and she I feel as if this should be a term, but we have the big reveal, and we have crazy person logic, where it's to the rest of us who have brains that function in a regular capacity, and then you have the crazy person who's the killer giving their logical answers, and you're going, that makes no sense. That's why you're the crazy killer. With the whole, oh, you used Kevin and you threw him away, and I got to do this for Kevin. Her crazy logic made her sound like the killer.
I'm sorry. Can you hear my dog? He started to whine.
Oh, no, but poor baby, is he okay?
Yeah, I think my dad just got home.
Aw, the little guy wants to go say hi. Okay, I just heard the little one. Oh. I was going to say, I can understand why Kevin was the ex-boyfriend. He's the type of one where you're going, yeah, we do not want you with him. It's okay. Bye-bye. People seem to be, people are not fans of Kevin. Okay, so you would have been disappointed.
I hope Kevin isn't really in the next book.
I can't picture the cousin or Kevin being super prominent, I can't really see them being a part of the sleuthing gang. I like the comments saying like if it was the cousin, it probably would have come across as obvious. But I liked the twist that we have that sort of validation of, oh, the cousin, yes, she's the bad one, and all of a sudden it's, oh, wait a second. So I thought the twist was really clever. I liked that. I liked that it wasn't as easy as, oh, here's your answer. Oh, wait a second, there's more to this. It's more complicated than that. Okay, so you know the answer. They're not in the next book. Yes. That makes me happy because I think that alleviates the like some of that drama that you might be concerned about going, oh goodness. Because you don't, I mean, she really, I saw someone say she was toxic and she was.
She was really toxic.
Okay,
so like a sibling rivalry, but like extreme. Because she was jealous of Lyla the whole entire time.
You never thought she was smart enough to pull it off all on her own. That's very true. But then we got the actual killer, who, I mean, I kind of was curious about this because when it comes to mysteries, you have the everything matters. And so we find out about Val's backstory of her parents dying. Then we find out they're dying in a fire. Then we find out there's a sister. Then we find out the sister is no longer with, you know, the sister passed away. So the backstory did keep building. And the more it builds, the more tragic it became. So you can kind of understand why she went well, you can kind of understand how that kind of came about, I think.
Mm-hmm.
You love all the talk about the next book, and you were on the fence, but now you want more. Hey, reading more cozies. That's never a downside. So I was gonna say, while people are thinking you're talking about the villain in the comments, Mary, do you want to take a second to make someone the proud winner of the entire Seaside Cafe Mystery Series?
Hold on. Mia Snow.
Mia Snow, you are the proud winner of the entire Seaside Cafe Mystery Series by Bree Baker. So if you would like to send me an email or direct message with your contact information, I will send it to Poison Pen Press. And so, Mary, thank you for choosing a winner. Christine, thank you for choosing a winner. We're, again, giving away all of the cozies. And I will even do the final winner tonight for Where Did It Go? I totally had my notes. And then, of course, I put it down. Yes, so tonight's official giveaway is in Sprinkle in Time by Dana Mentink. I'm going Mentink. That's how I'm going to say this last name. And she's also going to be part of next month's Cozy Corner Chat author event. So the second Tuesday of the month is over on Twitter. Authors will join you 7 p.m. EST to answer all of your cozy questions. And she's going to be one of the featured authors. And because we were talking about this before we went live, I even pulled up. This is the second book in her Shake Shop Mystery Series. And she has the cutest book covers. This one's purple and it's got this teal blue vibes going. So I think the book cover is beautiful. So yes, you should read it, but it's also beautiful to look at too. So do that later, probably another like 5-10 minutes. So anywho, you guys are so great. And Mia, where did your winning comment? Yes, you guys are so sweet. Oh my goodness, you guys are so adorable. So I just saw the comment, no pressure. Well, you did a great job. You should. No pressure. Okay, so I'm just looking down at the comments. Yes. So what did you guys think about the big reveal? Did you guys like who the killer was? What did you guys think?
She was one of my favorite characters.
Until the big...
Yeah, I actually liked the character, and it completely shocked me that she was the killer.
She had the remorse at the funeral. You know, she's crying. She's doing all the things she's supposed to be doing. She's comforting the husband. She's being nice to the husband. When he got a little too handsy, she asked for help. So she never really gave off the killer vibes in the classic sense of it. It was just the tragic backstory that seemed to be the setup for her.
Well, and like, I thought it was something to do with Val. I just didn't think it was her. Because like it was mentioned a lot, like her tragic backstory and like being adopted and stuff.
But you almost thought, oh, you got your happily ever after. You were adopted by a nice, loving family. You came to this nice town. You have your best friend. She had everything. And now she has, it was so funny at the very end. Now she has the movie and TV deals and the book deal because people saw her interviews. So in a weird way, she still has more, which I mean, you're rewarding.
She became famous after what happened.
I was going to say, talk about rewarding bad behavior. What do you do with that? I mean, she gets famous for being a terrible, oh goodness. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you guys are talking. I'm just seeing some of the comments. You guys are so sweet. Yeah, this was the one. Yeah, she took a photo. She would revisit the dead sister, and took a photo of the decaying body year after year.
That was kind of interesting. I was shocked about that comment.
Yeah, I don't think you see that a lot in cozy mysteries. Usually there's the poisoning, the body, and then you're done. There's not usually revisiting the corpse. that again with a little darker. That gave it.
I guess in real life, serial killers do that sometimes, though. They revisit the body.
Yeah, maybe this was the whole Agatha Christie dark realism going on. The true crime components. Yeah, we really didn't see her completely. I like the word you're like, yeah, the psychopathic, the psychotic. Like, we didn't really get that until she was fully unfiltered. Okay, yeah, so thank you. I was very creeped out by the taking of the photos because, again, we're going with a darker, cozy vibe here, and that definitely is darker, cozy vibes.
Mm-hmm. Do you think a lot of newer cozies might go darker, though?
I've been noticing some of them are going a little darker. I know Arsenic and Adobo, that one has more references to drugs, and it has not like more references, but it's dealt with like other issues in it. So that one I think has like some darker moments, but yet still humorous overall. So I think they are touching on things that are darker, but depending on the book, it might skew darker, or it might have the darkness, but still with their traditional cozy components. So, well, I think we're gonna have to wait and see, because I think the millennial cozy is changing things a little bit. What do you think, Christine?
I do think that it is changing a little bit, because some of the newer cozies that I have an arc for Emmeline Duncan's I think it's one of her first book is one of our reads later in the year. It's Fresh Brewed Murder. That was it's still very cozy and very humorous, but it does have darker themes to it.
Yeah. I got to speak with her at Malice, and she was this little ball of sunshine and positivity, and she really loves Portland and that area. And so she's talking about them having their protests, and because that was one of my questions to her of, oh, you have characters who are protesting, you have characters who are doing the activism. And yeah, that book definitely does have moments where they're raising topics that are a little bit more, you're gonna go with, I don't know how to say modern.
Yeah, it's not really dark, but it's more to the time we live in right now.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. This was a little bit one of the darker ones we've read so far, and I think I know I mentioned this off camera, but I don't know if I actually said this on camera or not. But I was surprised there wasn't a cozy companion, because I think I'm just so used to seeing a dog or a cat in a cozy. In a weird way, though, I'm kind of happy there wasn't one, because Agatha Christie vibes. I would have been really worried about this animal.
Yeah.
Like, I would have been super worried about this cat and having like finding it on someone's doorstep, and then I'd be worrying about if it was alive or not. So I'm actually glad there wasn't a cozy companion, but I was almost expecting coziness there. Yeah, so people are thinking the revisiting is very true crime. So again, with the true crime podcast going a little bit, how do you say, like that one? I think the true crime podcast, I think, took off, and then you have Real Murders in the Building. So I think maybe people are more open to the darker cozies. I think maybe that might lend itself. And ours, it did just win the Agatha. It did win. I was gonna say Marta was, she loved Mango Mambo Murder, so that was also nominated for the Agatha Award. And then Arsenic and Adobe won, and I'm going, oh, but Marta's 6 out of 5 star cozy was listed. Oh, okay, so this is interesting. So you're a Stephen King fan, so like this is not even on your radar as far as darkness levels go, because Stephen King can, I don't know how his brain works or makes the connections that he does, because he makes his own darkness. You think you're already, midnight dark, all the stars go out of the sky. He can get you dark.
Yeah.
So, I mean, next month's book, the cover is a little bit darker toned. So I don't know if this is more indicative of the type of story, but I'm curious now how cozy this book shall be. But this is next month's book, The Secret Book and Scone Society by Ellery Adams. So this is next month's. So I was going to say, I'm looking at the book cover and I'm like, there's not a cozy companion on it. So now I'm curious how cozy this one's going to be. Get me curious. I haven't read that one yet because I knew we were probably going to read it for the club at some point. So I just kept putting it off. So I'm curious.
I've read some of her other stuff and they were pretty cozy.
Yeah, I don't really know how dark this one is, because while the coloring is a little darker, I know that she tends to be a little bit more lighthearted, so maybe it'll be a hybrid. We shall see. Okay, so talking about the darker cozies. I think the Aurora Tea Garden series has the darker cozy vibes. Okay, so some of you didn't finish. Okay, because I saw you said it was too dark for you and you had to take breaks sometimes. So someone mentioned book 2 is not as dark, which is encouraging. So if you at least like the series, like Kate Young's writing style, maybe book 2 is for you. Okay, I might have to create a list of darker cozies because some of y'all seem to be there for them. Okay, this is going to have to be a question in the Instagram stories, and I'm going to have to post some stuff because clearly we need some more dark cozy lists. And I think that's so funny that we want the dark cozies, super lighthearted cozies, we got the millennial cozies, all the cozy mysteries. Oh yeah, Ellery, she actually offered to do a Zoom sort of setup, so I have to get back in touch with Ellery Adams because she said she'd be willing to do something for the book club. I always kind of have that moment of, okay, book clubs are for readers, but maybe we can do a separate author event. And I'm not trying to say, writers are not welcome in book club. That is so not what I'm saying. But, when you're talking about a book club, you kind of want to be able to just talk about the book. And if the author's sitting right next to you, you might be like, hi, how do you do this? How do you talk? So well, I might do something special for her because she also is so sweet over on her social media platforms. On Instagram, she's always posting and messaging and doing things. So if you're not following Ellery Adams, you should check her out because she also has some really fun reels. And I don't know what it is about Instagram and reels. I'm always just, I don't get what Instagram reels are. Just go to TikTok.
Okay. I don't get that in general. So.
Yeah, she has a great Instagram. Okay, yeah, so I'm glad I'm not the only one who's going. At one point, she gets her cat involved. She'll do little things. She had a wand at one point where all of a sudden the book appeared. So she gets into it with editing with her reels too. So, okay, so Millennial Cozies. So Millennial Cozy Mysteries are sort of a new I'm going to go with a new subgenre within cozies. I love how cozy mysteries are subgenre mysteries. Now we get the different genre, like the subcategories of a subcategory. So the millennial cozy is obviously featuring millennial sleuthers, but these tend to feature sleuthers who are not as set in their professions and are still trying to figure out their lives. So cozies have tended to skew more towards middle-aged characters and upwards, and it's a second chance career, or second chance at love, or, now the empty nest syndrome. And so now millennial cozies are, we're just opening our coffee cart for Emmeline Duncan's or Kate Lansing. We have Killer Chardonnay, which I think is probably one of the first ones. Arsenic and Adobo, the main character's 25. So those are the millennial cozies that are kind of really prominent right now. I don't know. Are you guys nodding, or do you want to add to that, or?
Oh, I kind of felt like the book itself was more like a romantic suspense rather than a cozy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like it was more, to me, more like a thriller or like a true crime novel than a cozy, because it was on the darker side.
I just saw this. We need a flow chart. Yeah, I might have to get my go back into Canva and start doing some graphics, get my Procreate app open and start doing some little things for y'all, because I think that cozy mysteries are definitely changing and evolving and having even like, I love like the branches off that we have kind of going on right now. Gen X cozies. Oh my goodness. We can probably classify, because we have the senior sleuthers. I mean, I love that it used to be done by the categories of, we have the florist, we have the librarian. Now we have the millennial librarian, we have the senior sleuther librarian. So we even have, branching off of the branching off. These trees must look crazy. I was going to say, Killer Chardonnay is always a great book. Always recommending that to first-time cozy readers. That's always an awesome one.
I still need to get to that one.
You haven't read it yet?
No.
Oh my goodness. It's okay. I forgive you. But
I just have so many other books that I own that I need to get to.
I think that's the eternal problem of the reader, right? There's just always so many books. And then you get so excited going, oh, I just bought this new book. And then you get distracted for 5 minutes. And then it's 2 years later. And then you're like, oh, yeah, I remember when I bought this book. I still need to read it. I mean, I cannot tell you how many times I've bought something, so excited to read it, and then I just still haven't done it.
I haven't read it yet, but I just bought a cozy not too long ago that was based in a romance bookstore.
What?
And I'm kind of excited to read it. It sounds really good.
Which one's this?
Oh, I have to look up my Goodreads. Okay,
you're going to have to tell me, because I am curious, because that sounds kind of awesome. That sounds kind of amazing. As I'm going and I'm scrolling to mix up the comments, this way I can randomly choose the winner, and then you can actually tell me information during the event, and everything will be on the up and up, because for the last couple of months with the winners, I could not find them. So I was just scrolling to mix up the comments so I would know who's what and where.
All right. The book is called Death of a Red Hot Rancher.
That sounds really cute. I need to add that. I need to look that up. Death of a Red Hot Rancher.
Mm-hmm.
I'm right.
I think I have that on my TBR. I just haven't gotten to it yet.
And the next one is it's called Murder of a Mail Order Bride. So it has like romance titles type of stuff mixed in with it. It sounds like a really good
on my list.
That's so cute. This is the other thing too, right? There's always so many books. I feel like it's almost impossible to know all of the ones that are coming out, and everyone's working on this, and then you got someone that you don't know that you're gonna love, and then all of a sudden you read their book, and then you're like, wait, you have a 20 book backlist, what's going on? It's so hard to know all of the books coming out. I don't even know if I've heard of this one, but now I want to go read all about it.
I just like how it kind of mixes both genres of mystery and romance. I haven't read it yet. It's like on my list to be read soon.
I I think my to be read list is ridiculous. I have the to be read bookshelf. I tried to keep a notebook at one point, and then my hand got tired, and then I was just going, I'm a mood reader most of the time anyway. Why am I doing this? It's so hard to keep track.
I'm always adding from like Goodreads shelf or like my own personal list.
And then when I was doing the little randomly scrolling, this was the comment that my cursor landed on. So I don't want to butcher your last name, but I'm going to go with Liz Galbert. How are we going to say this last name? Galbert? I'm going Liz Galbert.
Yeah.
If I'm mispronouncing that, I apologize. I sincerely apologize if I'm butchering your last name. But you are the proud winner of A Sprinkle in Time by Dana Mentink. 2 last names I'm struggling with. Oh my gosh. I think I say this every time, but they always have that quote about if you can't pronounce a word, it's because you've read it. And that's what I do. You read, and then it's so hard. Mm-hmm. And you are very, very welcome. And I hope I pronounced your last name correctly. So I'm going to say Dana Mentink is the author of A Sprinkle in Time, and the winner is Liz Jalbert. So congratulations, and please DM me your information so I can make sure that that book is sent out as soon as possible. And you guys are so sweet. I don't know if you guys like having the giveaway winner kind of done randomly during the event, but before these last 2 months, I didn't have any problems posting the winner's information and having them get back to me, because I post the winner's info usually in the email newsletter, on the Twitter, and on the Instagram, and I usually post them in the main feed and in the stories, and then the Twitter I usually do a couple of times. But for some reason, the last couple of months, it was really hard, and I don't know if that's because the algorithms have changed or what.
Yeah, but I've been noticing that I have issues with my Instagram stuff lately.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what to say about it, because I felt really badly because I'm posting the name and I don't have the contact information, because when you post comments on YouTube and it's just it's just a name, or it's not even a handle, there's no way to email or message. And so you have to rely on someone, seeing the announcement and following up. And if you don't see the announcement, it's really hard. So I don't know if Instagram and Twitter were just not my friends the last couple months with this, but okay. So you guys, thank you. I'm glad you like the live winner. So I'm glad, and hopefully be able to get that information sooner, and then get the cozy mystery out to you sooner. So hopefully the coziness is just at your door, much, making that an easier, better decision. What is this? Yes, why is it so? Yeah, I'm like, I have books to give you. I was saying beforehand, I'm like, I have this Amanda Flower book that Poison Pen Press asked me to do the giveaway for, and I organized the giveaway, and then nothing. And I'm going, it's Amanda Flower. What's going on here? I'm looking around going, where are you people? How are you not winning? Oh, okay, yes. I want to go read that one. That's been on my book. That's been on my TBR for the longest time. Gone for Gouda. Definitely. So I'm glad you guys didn't mind the live giveaways tonight. So 3 winners, 3 awesome, just amazing prizes. Again, I am just always so thankful for Poison Pen Press for being so just generous and kind. Their team is just amazing. I feel so privileged, to be able to connect with them and have them do these things for the Cozy Mystery Book Club, because talk about spreading the coziness. That's a lot of cozies. So I'm glad you guys liked that. But if there's something else you want to talk about in regards to On Borrowed Crime, please comment now. And I'm curious if you guys have something about the book that you wanted to mention or touch on. Mary, is there something you liked about the book that you wanted to mention, that you wanted to make sure we talked about tonight? Or
I think I've talked about all the things I wanted to.
Was there anything, Christine, on your second read that you were going, oh yeah, this was a thing?
No, I think we covered everything I had.
Okay, and I'm pulling up because I asked on Instagram if there's something y'all wanted to talk about, and I know we referenced a lot in regards to your questions, because I think everyone has kind of been on the same wavelength with this book, which is really nice when everyone's kind of, have a similar mindset. So we were talking. just another chapter. Wanted to talk about it being a little darker and that you enjoyed it anyway. Rants and Reads, the ending, which again I thought was a little bit of a twist. We talked about this one, the mother's obsession with the daughter being in a mystery club and being single, Mad 2819. And then I like how someone just put Val. So Mel428 was just like, Val, that was all I wanted to discuss. Val, Val, exclamation point. So I think we touched on everyone's requests. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for messaging. Yeah, please, if you are the winner of tonight, please either DM me, writer Ahart, or at Cozy Mystery Club on Twitter and Instagram, or send me an email, writerahart@gmail.com. Everything's Writer Ahart to make it super easy for you. So send me the info and I will make sure your prizes are sent ASAP. And then also, before I forget, when my voice officially gives out, this is what happens when you go to an event after being in your apartment alone with your dog for so long and you talk, your vocal cords are like, what are you doing? Why? You're an introvert. Stop. If you posted a photo of our book of the month, let me know and I will send you a #Sleuther bookmark, the official bookmark that I think you've probably seen on Instagram. I love it when I see the photos that you guys post. And I even saw some more photos pop up today for On Borrowed Crime that I'm gonna have to reshare and post because those photos make me so happy. But if you took a photo of On Borrowed Crime, let me know. Send me a message on Twitter, Instagram, email, and I will send you a bookmark as a thank you. So that is my way of showing my appreciation for you for reading the book and talking about it and being a part of just the coziness. So just want to make sure I mention that and that you know you're entitled to something. I'm like, you're entitled to extra coziness. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you guys for joining us tonight. I know my voice is a little bit rougher. Oh, so I think, okay, yes, I just saw this comment pop up. So my mom was watching Max, and I'm pretty sure he's in my office, and I can see him. He's sitting on his bed, and he has, I don't know how many bones in it, and I don't know where he got all the bones, and I did not have these bones in the apartment when my mom came to watch him from Alice Domestic. So I don't know if she brought them. They went on a special bone buying trip, but I'm pretty sure he's like, these bones have never been in my possession before. I'm going to protect them with my life. So he's fine. I'm pretty sure as soon as those bones get eaten, however, he'll be running around looking for more and he'll be much more active. But yes, he was quiet tonight. Last time he was just everywhere. And before I left for Malice and before my mom came to watch him and gave him all of his new possessions, I was doing a Zoom meeting and his butt was in the camera like 80% of the time. Yeah. And then again for Malice, I was putting together my little suitcases, my little bags. So he's on top of one of my travel suitcases and he's got his bone. I literally picked up the suitcase with him in it and put it on my lap. And so that's what I did for like last half hour of that Zoom meeting. I had him in a suitcase on my lap and it was the most ridiculous thing, but it was so cute and adorable. I love my little guy. I let him get away with anything and everything. So he is fine. He's my little man. And I'll keep you posted if he ever is not making noise and he needs something. And you guys are also fur mamas. You understand.
Yeah. I'm surprised my dog didn't make more noise than he did.
Oh, no. I think sometimes when it comes to live streams, I'm not allowed to talk to people who are not Max. Other times, it's like, good, I'm by myself now. I'm out of here. Like, I got my bones. I'm good, woman. Other times, not so much. It's the complete opposite. And then I just saw this question. So, yes, there is a couple different ways that you can buy some of the cozy swag. But even then, like, I don't make any profit on it. It's just, I would feel very uncomfortable. You know, I'm not going to charge extra money for something. So there is the Zazzle store, which has designs that I made public and also unique designs for the store, which I believe is under Books Are My Heart, which is obviously my YouTube channel name. And then there's also, there's Zazzle, Society 6, Teespring, and then also I opened an Etsy store so that I knew what you guys wanted. So there's 2 different Etsy stores. So one of them is my play around to see what you guys like. So one of them is under my own name, Angela Maria Hart, and I have stickers that I'm testing out to see what you guys like. And then the official one, these ones are going to be The Cozy Mystery Book Club is the second Etsy store, and the items there are just going to be staples, which is why I made the 2 accounts. So the Cozy Mystery Book Club, those items I'm always going to have no matter what, whereas the ones over on, for me, on my store, they're both my stores, those ones I only bought like, I want to say 50 of the stickers, so I'm just seeing like what you guys like, what you might want to do, because I'm always getting requests for a book club box or other things, so always trying to see what you guys like. And again, I don't make profit on it. I love it. I love when people say, I ordered a sticker and I got all this stuff. I'm like, yes, exactly. So if you ordered something, because someone else also wanted to buy, I think she said she wanted to do 5 stickers. I'm like, no, just buy 1 and I'll give you the 5. So just let me know what's going on and I'll make sure you get it. Your dog pouts when he sees the suitcase. Yeah, Max usually runs when he sees my purse. I understand.
My dog leans over my bed whenever he sees me going out. He's like, "You're going out now?"
Yeah, I think especially with COVID, as soon as he saw the purse, he was shaking, like, oh my God, she's leaving me. Oh, animals. So yes, I also have all the links posted for all of the shops. I just remembered I did this. It should be underneath in the YouTube box, but I'll also post them in the comments, and I can always share them on Twitter to make it just super easy for you. But if I'm just trying to see if there are any other questions. Oh, yeah, you guys are so sweet. Thank you for joining and reading the book and discussing everything. You guys are so sweet. Oh my goodness. And thank you guys for watching. If you have any final thoughts, comments, questions, now is the time. I love how, you guys are the fur mamas, so we're all on the same page. Oh, and then, Carrie, thank you for posting a photo of the book. Let me know where to send your bookmark as soon as you have a chance, because that #Sleuthers bookmark is yours. So do you guys have any final thoughts? That's about the book, things you want to share?
No, this was really fun.
Oh.
Thank you for making my first time doing anything like this a fun time.
Thank you for joining. This woman is so sweet, y'all. Mary has been a part of the book club for, I think, probably since it started.
2019, maybe?
Okay, so the idea was in 2017, then it was in fruition by 2018, so pretty much almost from the beginning. But I think you have seniority over a lot of people. I think I'm like, you're one of the originals. Like they always say, like, what is the original gangster? I'm like, you're one of the original sleuthers. Like, I am so happy to finally have you do a live stream. Christine, you were so sweet last time. You were so sweet this time. I'm so appreciative of you guys taking time to discuss coziness. You have to read the books. I always feel like, for guest hosts, you guys, I feel like I give you guys homework almost, like, yeah, you got to actually read the book by the date to talk about it. So thank you for making the time and then chatting and, take just everything and being prepared. And you're so sweet. So special shout out and thank you to you guys. And I'm going to post let's see, I made the clips. So this is Christine's information for those of you who want to go follow Christine. You got her Twitter and Instagram. And then for Mary, we got your Instagram and Twitter right there too. So if you guys are not already following these lovely women, please do so. They are amazing and talk about all things cozies and bookish. So that's exactly what we love. So thank you for that. And last comments. So I think it is time to say goodnight and talk to you guys next month about The Secret Book and Stone Society. So I'm really excited to read this book. It's been on my to-be read list for I don't know how long. So I'm excited to actually read this book and talk about it with everybody. So I can't believe that April's almost over and now we're talking about the May book. So our May book of the month, and then more coziness is coming your way. And so also for all of you giveaway winners, let me know where you want your prizes sent. So many good things happened tonight. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining and being my guest host. So thank you guys, and please stay safe, healthy, happy, and have fun sleuthing and reading. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.